Appliances like your coffee maker, well, they help make your life a little easier, but they also make it more expensive. In this part of the search, we'll show you how to use one of these to save a whole roll of these. So here, go ahead, take it.
With a single dollar bill in your hand, you're ready to perform a simple test of your refrigerator's efficiency.
Go ahead and open the door slightly. Slip in the dollar bill and close the door. Now, just give a tug on the dollar bill and pull it through the door. There should be some resistance. No? Then the gasket is probably not doing its job. Let's have a look. There, you see, it's all cracked and worn. Time to replace it, or maybe replace the fridge. There, that was easy. A good, tight-fitting gasket around your refrigerator door will prevent warm air from getting inside. And that means that the cooling system won't have to work overtime to keep your food cold. That saves you money.
Let's have a look inside your freezer. Been a while since you've been to the store, I see. Well, here's a tip. When your freezer is just about empty, find some old milk cartons and fill them partway with water. Place them into the freezer and shut the door. Once they freeze, they'll help keep the rest of the food cold.
That'll save you some cool cash.
Your refrigerator needs breathing room to do its job. Always leave some space, about the width of your hand, between the refrigerator and the cabinets or walls.
To help it run at peak efficiency, try using a brush or vacuum attachment to clean the coils underneath.
Yuck! Now that's what we mean by an energy thief.
Now, you've been working hard, but that's probably not the best way to cool off. A small fan will do just as well and won't use up as much energy as leaving open the refrigerator door.
By the way, that refrigerator you have in the garage, well, time to get rid of it, don't you think? It's costing you almost $150 a year just to keep a few things cold. You could use the money and the space for better things.
Let's have a look at your dishwasher.
Most dishwashers have multiple settings for wash cycles and for drying cycles. Avoid using the heat dry, rinse hold, and pre-rinse features. Instead, use your dishwasher's air dry option. If your dishwasher does not have an air dry option, prop open the door after the final rinse to dry the dishes.
When you run your dishwasher, it's best to run a full load. Most of the energy used by a dishwasher goes to heat the water, and since you can't reduce the amount of water used in each cycle, a full load will help you get the most from the energy that you do use.
Let's move on to the clothes washer and dryer. Here, the key to overall energy savings is water usage. The less your washer uses, the less it has to extract from clothes during the spin cycle. That means your dryer has less work to do.
Here's what we mean. If all your clothes came out of the washer this wet, it would take forever to get them to dry. Now wring out the water. The towel's much lighter now and will take less time to dry.
If you have to run the drying cycle more than once, check to see that the lint filter is clean and the air vent isn't clogged. And if it's an old machine, maybe it's time to think about getting a new energy-efficient model. And nothing's more efficient than today's Energy Star washers and energy-efficient dryers.
Energy Star washers use about half as much water as a standard machine and do a better job of extracting water during the spin cycle. That cuts down on drying time when you place things in the dryer, and that saves wear and tear on your clothes. To save money every time you do your laundry, follow these tips.
Use cold water whenever you can for both the wash and rinse cycles. Your clothes get just as clean as they would in hot water. Use hot water only when needed to sanitize laundry for specific health reasons.
Wash full loads. Washers are more efficient when they are full.
Use the moisture sensing option on your dryer, which automatically shuts the machine off when clothes are dry.
If the weather's nice, consider hanging your clothes outside to dry. They'll smell naturally fresh and won't cost you anything to dry. Check behind the washer and dryer to see if there are any gaps where the plumbing meets the wall. If there are, a little caulk will help you seal them to prevent energy loss through the walls.
That's about it for the laundry room. Ready for a break? Then let's head for the entertainment room. I see you have all the latest amenities. Big screen TV, DVD player, surround sound home theater, a DVR. You must be very popular with your friends. Well, before you get too comfortable, there are some things you should know. All those toys use electricity, even when they're not in use. Just having them plugged in uses standby energy, and that generates heat into the room.
Plugging them into a surge protector lets you switch them off when not in use. And it provides added protection to your valuable equipment. Now that's worth protecting.
Those plug-ins don't cost much by themselves, but when you add them all up, it can cost a pretty penny over the long haul.
The same can be said for your home office equipment, your computer, printer, scanner, fax machine, even your telephone and your answering machine all use a certain amount of energy all the time. So here's a rule of thumb. If you're going to be away from your computer for more than 2 hours, switch it off, along with the peripheral equipment.
Plugging your home office or entertainment equipment into a central power strip allows you to shut all of them off with a single switch when not in use. Think about all the little things you leave plugged in most of the time. Your cell phone charger, your electric coffee pot with the automatic timer, plug-in transformers, automatic timers. These things all use electricity. Granted, it's not much, but when you add them all up, they amount to what we call the invisible load, things that drain you of nickels and dimes like a steadily dripping faucet.
A dripping faucet. Now that takes us to our next set of clues about energy waste in water heating and distribution.